I remember it was the first day of school and I was like hunched over a toilet, vomiting until nothing was left in my stomach. And it was to the point where I started gagging on nothing. I remember in the bathroom it was me, my mom was like she put her hand on my back because she was trying to help me, and like a French teacher that was also there trying to like de-escalate the situation. In the other room where it was the orientation for students, that's where all my friends were. It was the first day of school. It was my first time at this new school, so new beginnings for me, but I was terrified. I don't know what it was, but when I was growing up, I've always kind of had like this, my mind would just start going into the worst scenarios possible. I was scared of the unknown. I was scared to start a new school, even though I knew many of the students there because they were from my older school. But it wasn't just because of school. It was anytime I was nervous about something potentially happening, I would have such a horrible reaction to it. Like in the story, like I said, vomiting and feeling lightheaded. Now that I'm older, I realize what it was, and that's that I have pretty bad anxiety. This is a subject I'm a bit worried talking about because bring more of my vulnerable side out, but I feel like it's something that not many people understand. They pass it off as just like being nervous or being shy, but when you're really feeling the moment, you can't control it. I remember my mind would just go to the most horrible places, like it would stress me out so much and then lead me to vomiting. And I would get scolded by my own mom, and I would get scolded by my mom because she thought I wasn't strong enough, that I was just weak. It was a rough time. I remember being sent to so many doctors, so many hospitals, and they would just keep telling me the same thing, that they didn't understand what was wrong with me, and then proceed to send me to a different hospital. It was something that would happen a lot during summer break. I don't know why, but it was something that would just start recurring every now and then. A quick little story. One day, I had a project to present in front of class. I don't really remember what the topic was, but I clearly remember my emotions because this was when I figured something out. I remember before that presentation, I felt feeling the same way as I did in that bathroom stall, hovering above the toilet with my stomach hurting, my head going to crazy places. I was afraid of every single possibility that could occur. Even if I told myself that it was gonna be okay, it still didn't change anything. But I genuinely don't know how I did this in the moment, but I realized, what if I turned this fear into excitement? Now, this sounds really stupid now that I say it out loud, but in a moment before that presentation, it was exactly what I needed. I realized how the emotions of being fearful and full of anxiety are very similar to the feeling of excitement. I feel like the best way to describe this is roller coasters. I'm terrified of roller coasters, but the reason why you go on roller coasters is for it to give you that sense of thrill and leaves you with the feeling that you didn't really regret going on it. Yeah, it was terrifying and maybe you don't want to go back on it again, but you're still happy that you went on it because you felt the thrill. You got the experience. Now, back to the presentation. This method didn't just remove my nervousness. It wasn't just the key to solving everything. But when I got up there, started talking, I told myself that this is pretty fun. So what if they don't like it? So what if something is wrong about my presentation? I worked hard on this. This isn't meant to be torture. It's meant to experience something new. That's when I bridged the gap between anxiety and the unknown. Now, time has went on. I don't vomit anymore, but I still have those moments where my mind just wanders in the worst places. And I come to realize that it never really is that serious. Your mind just makes it serious. I want to go back to that roller coaster example I gave and go more into depth. Roller coasters are terrifying. Let's just get that clear. Because of this, my mind goes in the worst places. Roller coasters tend to do that, make you go through an experience that is unlike any other. Now, everyone has a different experience, but I think for me, it's more so the adrenaline rush. Think of it this way. You go into a roller coaster with a terrified mindset, and when you're done, you leave with not regretting it at all. You can apply the same thing to almost everything if you just interchange the emotions you're feeling with excitement, because that's what life is about. I didn't start this YouTube channel because I was fearful, and because of that, it delayed me to post my first video for over a year. But now, today, when I get a YouTube idea, I feel this surge of excitement and have to write my ideas down as soon as I can. And when I start being consistent, I realize how much this graph excites me. It's the same concept. Anxiety is one of the worst things to go through, worst things to feel. In the moment, you literally can't do anything. You feel like you can't do anything. But if you take the chance to understand that feeling, you can lessen its pain and even use it for your personal goals. Of course, saying this, it sounds easy, but it's not. Anxiety just doesn't go away. I struggle with it today and in the future. But in the end, it's just another mental battle you gotta deal with. But if I can lessen damage on my own, I believe that genuinely anyone can do it as well. That's it for this one, y'all. Take care.